Annapolis, Maryland, home of the Navy Midshipmen. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Virginia Tech Hokies, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Navy Midshipmen. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Navy ready for kickoff as we get this game started. He'll bring it out. It's Keith. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
They'll run the toss. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
A huge third down here in the brigade from the Naval Academy, letting this offense hear it. Fires to the wideout. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. On the option. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time. So let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire. And those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens. But you got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Turning it on. Headed to the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Navy!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
He'll bring it out. It's Heath. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Pocket breaking down. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. So far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He's got it down the middle. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The Hokies will call on their punt team. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. He gets his first one of the day out of there. They used him 3 times in that loss last week. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. And Navy will go back on the attack. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll run the option. Quick toss. And he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
Looks as if he's going to run it. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
3rd down coming up.
The midshipman trying to sail way forward on 3rd and half a mile. Taylor wants to throw it. They're working that left side. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on the move.
Well, offensive coordinators put in countless hours every week trying to formate and use different personnel groupings and shifts and motions to give their offensive success on 3rd down. You can tell in this game, this offensive coordinator, he has put in the work this week.
Gets the back moving. They'll run it. Finding open areas. Oh, he's got some space. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, midshipman. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
Man, when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
Coming out with it, it's Selden. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Looking to throw on first down. The quarterback's a little more on target there. Maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and it just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming, so I can have more success.
Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. And here comes the Navy offense. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. They'll send the back in motion. Now on the option. He'll go out of bounds, but a solid pickup on the run.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big gain, but you look up, and they're in second and short, second and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
He'll ride his man on the option. Now the pitch. Breaks into the open. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picked up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch?
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Give to the fullback. Got enough for the first. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
I love it. What a play call. Going to the fullback in the running game, and he shows you that he's got some ability. This guy was a big-time high school running back, and he shows you the wiggle. He's got some ability to break tackles, and he helps his offense out.
Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Gonna run it. It's Green. Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
We've reached the break, and Navy holds the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Motion from the back. On the option. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
On the play.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
Navy searching for a fourth down conversion. Sends it back in motion. Sticks it in his belly. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down.
How about that? Fourth down, they turn around and hand it to the big fella, fullback, to see if he can punch forward and move the pile, but just nowhere to go. The D-line up front, give them helmet stickers for that play. That was outstanding, and as a result, their offense takes over.
And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They've taken a couple of punches to the jaw, and now they'll try to get this up. There he goes. Past the first down marker and still running. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
That's a really good-looking run there. And you think about great Hokie running backs in recent years. David Wilson, Lee Suggs, Kevin Jones, they all have the ability to shake defenders and break ankles. This guy right now giving you some...
Turning on the Jets. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
The defensive line just is not physical enough against the run. Too many guys getting pushed around, too many guys not playing with great gap integrity, and the linebackers aren't able to fill. That's been a problem when trying to stop this running game.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Looking for room. It's Hawkins. Not much there on the run. He gets one to the 31.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Now he's looking to throw it. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Catch in the middle, it's Overton. He's stopped right at the 29-yard line, and it'll be 4th down.
Deep to shallow. That's what I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that battle.
It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. Now the lead is down to 11.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
The midshipmen could get really aggressive here on 2nd and short. Taylor wants to throw. Pressure coming. Incomplete behind the receiver. Maybe this freshman got a little too anxious.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Navy now facing 3rd and short. He wants to throw it. Takes his shot. Catch in the middle. It's Hill. Run to the right. The tag. Touchdown, Navy. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And the extra point makes it a 21-3 lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, how many great editions of this LSU-Alabama rivalry have we seen? Let's show you if today lived up to expectations. Alabama rolled to victory, flexing an offensive muscle that almost reminded folks of the record-setting team led by Mac Jones, Najee Harris, and Devontae Smith. Always fun to see two of the game's better teams duke it out at this point of the season. A good barometer, fellas, for both coaches.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man, just he catches the football and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Overton. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable third down. Get something positive. But how about the defense? Just reacting so fast, getting to the running back, and getting that sucker on the ground in the open field.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. The sure hands, it's Overton. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
A nice job of awareness on defense there on that 3rd down. You know, you're expecting the offense to throw the football, but it's not just going to be receivers or tight ends you got to worry about. You got to keep your eye on where that running back is. They knew exactly where he would be, and they were able to make the tackle setting up
4th down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
How many times do you see receivers catch the ball and dance and you get so annoyed because you're like, dude, do you see the yellow line? Go and get it. Really nice job by the receiver with the second effort, getting the extra yards and getting the first down.
And the Hokies have this offense rolling. Using his legs, it's Overton. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Grabbed over the middle. It's Green. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. And he's already put 1 3 spot on the board. He'll try another one from 25 yards out. He splits the uprights. Are forced to settle for 3.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. The give to the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that with 2nd and 8 coming up.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Gets the back moving. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The option look. Creates a little room. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. The 20. He's at the 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, midshipman.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Selden. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Caught in the backfield, it's Overton. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. The Hokies headed quickly to the line. They'll go back to the ground. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Went to the running game on 1st down, now 2nd down. Looking to fire. Firing to the right, complete. Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Hokies come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. They'll immediately call timeout.
Yeah, and how about this defense, man? That's the 3rd sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. Rams him with the stiff arm. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Taylor wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a 3rd down and 3. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll try to get it through the air. Looking for a deep man. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
And they'll mark it down at the 30. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Virginia 10, 6.
Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Navy will go back on the attack. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. On the option. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Running game worked on first down. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
Navy now in trouble here on 3rd and long. They'll send the back in motion. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a first down.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, if you're the quarterback, you're happy to oblige. When you've got the playmakers you have offensively, just keep chucking it.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Fights off the defender. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
You can skin the cat a lot of different ways. You're just trying to get enough yards to pick up that first down. It's not the dive man. It's not the quarterback. He makes the right read, pitches it out, and he's just able to get enough to keep these sticks moving.
They'll go to the fullback. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Here comes the option. Now the pitch. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down.
Here we go.
Reading the option, it's Taylor.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Navy will try to fight its way out of this hole here on second down. He'll take it himself. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The midshipman trying to sail way forward on third and half a mile. Taylor wants to throw. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Navy will have to punt it away.
Number 11 in punt formation to kick it away.
Makes the catch and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. That is coverage just the way you draw it up. Don't even let him get started, and they knock him down deep in his own end. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Pulls it in. It's Green. Forced out of bounds right at the 20-yard line, and that's the kind of play that can really get a drive going.
At the 20.
And a play like that, that seems routine, but it only works if the quarterback can get the ball out on time and out in front of the wide receiver. That allows the receiver to keep separation from the defender, and the ball hits him in stride.
They'll run the screen. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. They're just making things harder now. It's 1st and 20. Wide receiver going in motion. He's looking to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Green. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Here's a heat. And here's the third interception of the night. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And these are the mistakes backed up you can't make as a quarterback, man. You've got to protect the football. Big-time mistake. Defense capitalizes and sets their offense up with elite field position.
Goes to the option. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Navy!
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, who knows how things are going to finish up in the Big Ten this season, but this is a game to keep in mind. Ohio State looked dominant in a victory that was never really in question. That offense had zero problem putting up points, not unlike the days of Stroud and Fields and so many greats before them. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the Big Ten standings as this one does, gentlemen.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on every... It's a fumble on the play. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery.
And That's a great job by this defense, limiting the yards after catch. We know guys are going to get the football in their hands, and he gets the ball out quick, gets it to them. Nice job. The football. When you chase the football, man, a lot of good things happen. That ball pops out, you recover it, a forced turnover.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. On the run, it's Green. He's knocked down for a loss of 7.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Navy will try to fight its way out of this hole here on 2nd down. To give to the big fullback. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And he is stuffed. And I think the reason he's stuffed there is, think about it. The only time you really give the ball to the fullback is short yardage situations. The defense knew it was coming, played it fast, played it physical, and stopped him for a big loss.
On the option. He'll keep it himself. And the ball is free on the pit. Turning it on. And the defense got it. The 20. They bring him down, but not only do they get the turnover, he picked up a chunk of yardage too.
That's how you do it. Cause the fumble, scoop it up, try to put it in the end zone. How about the big fella getting down the field? He didn't score, but flipped the field completely and now set this offense up in a position to score some points.
And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. And after that last turnover, David, prime example sometimes. Touchdown, Hokie! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
2-point conversion attempt is coming. Slams ahead. Stopped short. They'll bring him down at the 1. He just couldn't get it in. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Might be changing the route. Motion from the back. Trying to get the corner. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Under fire. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Now, fourth down.
At the end of the quarter, Navy has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Navy will have to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. A low line drive and short kick. And this ball is going to be touched down just shy of midfield. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Sends it back in motion. They'll go to work in the air on second down. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down?
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot, he's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. It's so nice to have a target like that.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. He caught it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
Number 84. The grab and the score.
And they'll try to tack on two.
29 Philly.
Gets the back moving. Wants to go up top. He's got it. Two-point conversion is good. Just a couple of possessions down, so there is some hope. So the kickoff team will come out after they turned in a score on that last drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And here comes the Navy offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. They'll run the option. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Taylor wants to throw it. Rushes on him. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Navy needs to come up with a big play on 3rd and long. The snap sets up the throw. Fires to the right. Got him downfield.
And they've been fun to watch today, man. Like they're staying aggressive late in the game. They've built a cushion. They built a lead. But you can just tell the confidence and the swagger they have. They've been able to do what they want today, take care of business. And this is an offense that I think is going to continue to grow.
Navy is clicking on all cylinders right now. They'll send the back in motion. The give to the fullback. Got the first down. Looking for more. A very productive run. Gets it inside the 40 all the way down to the 38-yard line.
And they're kind of going to their closer now, right? Like they give it to the physical guy that gets downhill, north-south, right away, hard to tackle, falls forward, paving holes, and this is a good opportunity for this offense to keep pounding and try to run that clock out.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Got the first down and more. Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the change for this offense.
Sometimes as a quarterback, you just need to take the game over yourself. You need points to win, and it's going to come down to you throwing it or maybe running it like you just saw there to get that done.
Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
And this fullback is just dependable, and he's versatile. He's not just a guy that can block. He can catch the ball, and like you saw right there, you can hand it off to him, and he can generate you explosive plays.
Now on 2nd down, they want to keep moving forward and keep that clock churning. He'll toss it. He steps out of bounds right at the 15-yard line.
And there's a coachable moment for that young man right there. It's a nice run. Your team's got the lead late, but because of that, you cannot go out of bounds before you get to 2 minutes. If you go out, the clock's going to stop, and that's a coachable moment, something he'll learn from moving forward.
Now on the option. Hard running there. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal.
And the offense almost exhausted all of their options that time. On the option play, 3rd down, it wasn't the running back, it wasn't the quarterback. That had to go to the pitch man, and he barely was able to pick up the first. Good execution, great decision-making, and the drive stays alive.
Navy will have it with a 1st and goal. He'll ride his man on the option. Touchdown, Midshipman! And the route is on. They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
And the war for Utah has wrapped up between BYU and Utah, and we wanted to show you how this one went down. Utah found a way to pick up the W, and a win is a win, but this was not the type of convincing victory they've gotten used to in Salt Lake City. Just another week in the Pac-12 where anything can happen on any given Saturday. As we send things back to you guys.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Hokies come to the line in the hurry up.
And you'd like to see the defense play a little bit tighter on those short yards.
He lets it fly. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
This was my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big, late in the game, you know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play offensive football in this situation.
Tight end now in motion. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes the grab on the left side. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Hokies.
Man, football, there's so many weapons now with small slots and big wide receivers. And then you got the tight ends now that have the speed to catch the football, chew up ground, and get to the end zone and make those big plays like he did right here.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of two-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you, Palmer.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Navy comes to the line facing second and short. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Let's see what they've got on second down. Calls his own number. Breaks into the open. The 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Navy! And the stomping has commenced. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. To the air on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
So now it's second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Caught behind the line. It's Hawkins. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Motion from the back. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points on the scoreboard.
Well, this quarterback has had a lot of success burning this defense with his legs. That time, though, there was nowhere to go. Give the defense credit. They won their one-on-ones up front. Tremendous speed getting to him and bringing him down for a TFL.
And a running game can be really hard to stop when you got so many guys that can do some damage. And this defense has taken some licks. This QB's made them look silly a couple of times, but they're starting to adjust. Gotta like that play right there, getting to him and getting him on the ground.
And this one is just about in the books. The defense can stop the clock one more time as the offense takes a knee. 7 is the lucky and skilled number for this squad as they've made it to this point in the season, and they are still perfect.
Still perfect, and they're cooking. You can tell they got some momentum. 7 weeks, obviously, that's not the whole season. You got bigger fish to fry down the road. Great start, but you can tell this team's for real, for real.
No doubt, and they deserve for us all to be talking about them right now because they look as advertised. This is a team with tremendous talent. They've taken care of business up to this point, but now because they're undefeated at this point of the year, every game from this point out gets bigger and bigger and more important.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.